Hi viewers, welcome to Vidya Lakshmi YouTube channel. I am T.R. Ganesh, Social Department. Today we are going to see 8th Standard Social Science Civics, Chapter 1, Indian Constitution. Indian Constitution India Arasiyalamaippu. Okay, learning objective. What are the subtopic? Through this lesson we are going to learn. In the lesson enna kathukku porom. What are the things we are going to know from this lesson? Learning objective, Kattralin Nokam. Number 1. What is Constitution? Importance of Constitution, making of the Indian Constitution, preamble to the Indian Constitution, features of our Constitution. So first of all, we should know about the definition of Constitution. Second one is its importance. Next one, making of the Constitution. Who formed? Who created? Then what is the index? And then its special features. All those things we are going to discuss in this particular chapter. Next, first 1.1, what is Constitution? It is a document. It is a document, set of some rules and regulations with certain basic rules that citizens and government have to follow. People as well as the government have to follow. It determines the rights of, very first thing, the Indian Constitution gives us the fundamental rights. It determines, it determines the rights of citizen and powers of the ruler, the ruling government, powers of the legislature, executive and judiciary. It defines a set of rules and regulations. So don't make any over explanation, very simple. What is Constitution? A set of rules and regulations to which a country is governed. A set of rules and regulations in which a country is governed. It represents the vision and values of founding fathers. It only represents. For example, if you are completing after your profession, you become a profession person. This person belonging to this family. It will express the value of your father. The same way, it gives the value of its founder. Next, importance of Constitution. Idhanude importance. What is the importance? Number 1, it protects the rights. Number 1, protects the right. Next, irrespective of any caste, gender, religion, and generate a large trust among the people. Trust means faith, nambika. It limits the power. It limits the powers of 3 organs. All those things brought under in a small compact union called 3 organs, namely legislature, executive and judiciary. At the same time, it restricts the abuse of power. Abuse means misuse. Okay, next one. It specifies, it clearly specifies the government form and to take different kinds of decisions. Example, laying road. What is the work of the government? To take care of the basic facility, to satisfy the basic facilities of the people. Very simple example, social security functions. What is that social security function, sir? Social security function include 3 things: health, education and defense. Health, education and defense. It makes special provisions to the minority, those who are the people who are in minimum strength, and also the people who are not obtained the facilities what we are all enjoying. There are, because India is a very big country, we know that it is a densely populated country, and at the same time still many people are struggling for the basic facilities. It guarantees, at the same time we know our fundamental right, provides a fundamental right. At the same time, it guarantees fundamental rights to the citizen to protect themselves against abuse of the power by the government. At any cost, no people will be declined or getting denied with any of the fundamental rights. Next, it lays down the national goals. What are the national goals? Example, laid emphasis, insisting. Emphasis means insisting. It laid down the national goals such as democracy, socialism, secularism. These three things. Democracy means people government. Socialism, the distribution of wealth, natural resources, and secularism. It means no religious, there is no special importance to one particular religion. India is a secular country, means Madasarbatra Nadu. Next, making of the Indian Constitution. Drafted by an assembly. It was drafted means written. It was written by an assembly of elected representative called the Constituent Assembly. For that they conducted the election. The election was held in July 1946. Kindly all of you keep a note on these things. July 1946. Next, its first meeting after the successful election, they conducted the meeting. The first meeting was held in December 1946. Next, there were 299 members. So first there are three important one more consecutively it is available. Number one, the elections was held. Election was held in July 1946. First meeting was held in December 1946. Sir, why sir? Election they conducted in July, but they conducted the meeting in December, sir. Now we are in modern world, we have lot of facilities, but we are discussing about how many years before? Very exactly 75 years before. Okay, in those time we are lagging in lot of communication. Okay, 299 members wrote the constitution. Next, third one more. Number one, July 1946, election was held. December 1946, first meeting held. Members 299. Dr. Rajendra Prasad was its first president. This is fourth one mark. That is why he became the first president of India. Not only the drafting committee president, he was appointed as a president of India also. Only because of he was headed the constitution. Okay. Next, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar was the chairman of the drafting committee. So first one mark, election held July 1946. First meeting December 1946. Members 299. Dr. Rajendra Prasad was its first president. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar was the chairman of the drafting committee. Next, the assembly finally adopted. When it was adopted, sir? In 26th November 1949. Our constitution came into existence on January 26, 1950. Why they specified this particular date, sir? There is a history behind 26th January. In 1930, under the leadership of Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, all over India, they celebrated Purna Swaraj, means complete independence in 1930. In order to memory the day, they select this particular day. That is why they choose this particular day. 26th January 1950, India become republic. This day onwards, India became republic. Next, the Constitution of Indian Preamble. What is preamble, sir? Preamble means preface, just like our textbook table of contents. Okay, we the people of India, it's a written statement. We the people of India have solemnly, completely resolved to constitute Indian into a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic. 5 features: sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic, and to secure all its citizens. At the same time, to secure it, provide a compact, a complete protection to all the citizens of India. Next, justice, social, economic and political. Justice, social, economic and political. Next, liberty of thought, and as well as expression. Next, belief, faith and worship. Next, equality of status. There is no discrimination between rich and poor, and of opportunity. They are getting opportunity in all the fields, not only in one particular field, and to promote among them all, to uplift from there or to increase their standard of living. Next, fraternity. Fraternity means brotherhood, sagodharatvam, assuring the dignity of the individual. So kindly You just notice all these things, Raja. One of the important lines: justice, liberty of thought, equality of status, fraternity assuring. Fraternity means brotherhood. Integrity of nation, Deshiya Orumaipaadu. This is why if there is any natural calamity or any issue rising in any of the Indian state and union territory, all the Indian people are in a mass, they are gathering to help the people. That is the reason. Example, you know that very well. Earthquake happened, flood also happened. When during that time, most of the Indians, they were rushed to help the people. If they are belonging to any state, any language, but they don't bother about that because of this particular word, fraternity. That is why it binded, it sowed a seed. We are all Indians only because of the word fraternity. Next, in our Constitution Assembly, this 26th day of November 1949, do hereby adopt, enact and give to ourselves this Constitution. They dedicated to this. They are given to this. They submitted this. Okay, let me see one by one. I told you before 5 important words: sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic and republic. What is sovereign? Independent and not subject to control by an external authority. So we are not under the control of any of the foreign power or external powers. We are all independent to take decisions on internal and external matters, whatever it may be. We are ready to, we are rushed to help all our neighboring country, whether they are in land neighbor, water neighbor or a distant neighbor, whoever it may be. We are ready to help the people only because of this particular word, sovereign, independent. Independently we can take decisions. Next, socialist. What is socialist, sir? Free from all forms of exploitation. What is happening today? The available resources is very limited. Is it not? Am I correct or not? The available resources are very limited, but the population is more. So in order to satisfy, how to manage? So that is a $1 billion question here. That is why they gave the word very clearly: socialist, free from all forms of exploitation, to eliminate inequality in income and standard of living. That is why today it is possible in India, whether he is belonging to middle class family or poor class family or rich class family, all of them are given equal opportunity to study or to continue their job or to run a business. All the opportunities are given only because of this socialist activity. Next, secular. It means all religions are treated equally. State does not have religion of its own. No state in India following one particular religion. Next, democratic. Government is run by the representative. How the representatives are elected? By general elections. Next, republic. No hereditary. The power of president or the posting of president, it is not hereditary. And the head of the state is elected by the people, called the president. Our elected representatives elect the president. In India, we are conducting 2 types of election. One is direct election and another one indirect election. The president, governor, vice president and other people, other important representatives are getting elected by indirect election. Next, justice. In the eyes of law, everyone is equal. In the eyes of law, everyone is equal with no discrimination. All are equal. Liberty and equality. Liberty means freedom. Freedom to express their views and equal before law. Sir, already given one word, justice, previously socialism. So each and every word carrying different meaning. So we have to understand, we have to go through all the words. That is why separately we are discussing here. Liberty and equality. Freedom to express their views and equal before law. One thing we should keep in mind. So we have freedom to, it should not hurt the others. So all our words should be very respectable. As a student, through this lesson, you must learn one important thing. You have to give respect to whoever it may be, whether age senior or educated senior, junior, whoever it may be, we should respect others. Okay, next, fraternity. It is nothing but brotherhood. Sense of brotherhood gives unity and strength of the nation. It is a binding force. This is why in a comedy also, you know, one famous comedy also given example. Often Indians are fighting. If there is any problem arise, they will become they are all getting united and fight for that particular issue. So in comedy also, that comedy we don't want to discuss, but general a word. Actually through that comedy they gave a message. Often we are all fighting, but if there is problem arise in India, means all of them joining together. It's all because of truly we are all Indians, that feeling. Okay, next, features of our constitution. What are the speciality? What is the special? It is the lengthiest. What we are discussing here, the same topic, further you are going to a little larger in 10th standard also. Okay, so it is it carrying 5 mark, one of the important 5 mark. It is a lengthiest of all the written constitutions of the world. உலகத்திலே ரொம்ப பெரிய constitution Indian constitution தான். Okay, next, it has borrowed the provision. How we prepared, sir? We borrowed from 2 important countries, especially from Britain and America. From the constitution of various countries, especially 2 countries. It is partially or partly rigid and partly flexible. எங்க கடுமையா இருக்கணுமோ அந்த இடத்துல, எங்க கொஞ்சம் வளைஞ்சு கொடுக்கணுமோ அந்த இடத்துல. Next, it establishes a federal system of government. Okay, federal means nothing but state government and a common government at the central. Okay, it makes India a secular state. மதசார்பற்ற ஒரு நாடு. It provides an independent judiciary. Okay, independently we can make some modification or we can create. Next, it introduces universal adult franchise. It's nothing but once the citizen, male or female, they attain 18 years of age, they are all have the right to vote. That is the point here. It introduces universal adult franchise and accords the right to vote all citizens above 18 years of age without any discrimination. Federalism. What is federalism, sir? The existence of more than one level of government in the country. That is, one at the center and the other one at the state. Say central government and state government, federal setup. Okay, next, கூட்டாட்சி முறை. Next, central government makes the laws on relation. So what is the work of the central government? Then what is the work of, sir, there are 2 government means, sure there will a confusion will come, sir. Then how they are managing, sir? That is why in next point it is very clearly mentioned. What is the work of the central government? What is the work of the state government? Central government make laws on relation with the services. What services? Especially postal services for communication. Foreign countries make good relationship with the foreign country. Next, defense matters, currency, etc. 4 important things. There are many things, but for easy understanding we should remember 4. Number 1, foreign country. Number 2, postal service. Number 3, defense matter. And number 4, currency. Okay, next, state government. What is the work of the state government, sir? They need to take care of 2 things especially. Number 1, agriculture and law and order, to maintain the internal peace. If there is clash, what will happen? There will be, people will become restless. So it will greatly disturb the national growth. So it is a work of the state government to take care of 2 things especially, agriculture and law and order. Next, the constitution. Then what is the constitution consists of, sir? It consists of totally 3 important subjects. It based on the, it consists of 3 important subjects. Number 1, union list, state list and concurrent list. What does the union list consist of, sir? The union or central government make laws for, as we said the same thing previously, we said 4 important words: foreign affair, defense, currency and postal. Next, state list. What does the state list consist of, sir? The state government make laws. It creating laws for especially public order, police and local government. Public public order, police and local government to fulfill or to satisfy the basic needs of people. Example, supplying pure drinking water, laying roads, street light, maintaining the good sanitation, all those things. Next, concurrent list, பொதுவான common concurrent list. The union and state government share the power. Where they are sharing the power? In making laws. Example, education, forest and trade union. Okay, it sharing especially in 3 unit. Number 1 is education, number 2 forest and number 3 trade union. Okay, next, parliamentary form of government. Why it is said to be parliamentary? Because we have 2 houses, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. About this we are going to discuss little larger in forthcoming lessons. Okay, it means parliamentary form of government. It means people elect their representative. I told you before, in India we are conducting election in 2 methods. One is direct election and another one indirect election. Consists of 2 houses. The houses are Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha. In India, president is only a constitutional head of the executive. He is a executive head. Acts only with the aid and advice of the real political executive. Then who is a real? Then what is the posting of president? He is a nominal head. The real head is prime minister. That is prime minister and his council of ministers. The council of ministers is collectively, this is also one of the important one more. The council of ministers is collectively responsible of answerable to the legislature. Whatever the changes, whatever the promotion, whatever the growth, national growth, it is everything in the hands of council of ministers. So that only they are responsible for, collectively responsible and answerable to the legislature. Next, separation of power. How they are separating the power. The Constitution of India, Government of India has 3 power. According to Constitution, the Government of India has 3 power: legislative power, executive power and judiciary power. What is legislative power, sir? The elected representative of the people form the legislature. They only creating the rules and regulations then and there. This organ of the government is responsible for making laws. They only absolutely responsible. No other people has a right to create. So if I want to create them, I want to become a member of this particular legislature, then only I can make laws. Next, number 2, executive. It implements the law. Someone formed the law, someone implementing. That implementing work is taken care by executive department. Next, it should be visioned properly. That work is brought under the control of judiciary. It ensures that laws and rules of the country are followed properly and rights of the people are protected. It is the work of the judiciary. The independent, these are all the independent units. Executive, first one is legislature, number 2 is executive and number 3 is judiciary. Next, universal adult franchise. What does it mean, sir? One man, one vote. Very simple. It means one man, one vote. Universal adult franchise. Citizen, when we are obtaining this power, sir? When you are attaining at the age of 18. Citizens who are above 18 years of age have a right to vote irrespective of their caste, creed, religion, gender, educational level, etc. The fundamental right. Okay, what is this fundamental right? Adipadai Urimegal, provided to all Indian citizens irrespective of their caste, creed, sex, religion, etc. It has guaranteed. Okay, sir, fundamental right, the word is okay, sir. How many rights I have, sir? There are 6. There are 6. 6 fundamental rights to the citizens. But these are not absolute right. It is முழுமையான right கிடையாது. அப்புறம் then why it is present? It is important thing, it is insisting us, it emphasizing us. Emphasizing means insisting us to do our work regularly. There are certain legitimate restrictions in the on fundamental rights. உரிமை இருக்கு, but with some rules and regulations. Okay, to balance the right on one hand and interests of society and security of the country. The main work of the fundamental right is to take care of the interest of people, interest of the society, and also security of the country. Okay, fundamental right, little we are going to discuss a little elaborately about the fundamental right, fundamental duty and the directive principles of state policy. நம்மளோட உரிமை என்ன, கடமை என்ன, fundamental right and fundamental duties. Okay, fundamental rights. I told you before there are 6 important fundamental rights. Number 1, right to equality. All are equal before law. There is no discrimination on the basis of religion, caste or sex. Next, all citizens have the access to all public places. And finally, they have equal rights to get employment. This is the thing, it is ensuring us right to equality. Next, right to freedom. Number 1, speech and expression. I told you before, I have right to freedom of speech. So all our words should be very respectable. It should not hurt the others. To assemble peacefully and without arms. We should not make any disturbance. Next, to form association and union. We have the right. Next, to move freely. Anywhere we can settle, anywhere we can continue our education, anywhere we can join we can get employment, anywhere we can buy property. Next, to reside any part of the country, to practice any profession or occupation. Okay, we are getting that right, particular right. Right against exploitation, surrendal, exploitation, surrender. Prohibit all forms of forced labor. So it is one of the important fundamental right. As a child, as a future citizen, you should keep in mind, no children should employ in any of the job. We don't have any right to employ no children below 14 years of age. Then at the same time, it prevents the trafficking in human being. Okay, prevents the trafficking in human beings. Next, right to freedom of religion, right to follow and practice, and also to preach religion as per our own choice. Next, cultural and educational rights. All minorities have a right to conserve and develop their own culture. Okay, next, right to constitutional remedies. Citizens have the right to go to court. If any of the above said, any of the fundamental right getting denied, you can approach straight away to either High Court or Supreme Court. You have the right. If their fundamental rights has been violated by the state. Okay. Next, fundamental duties. Previously we know there are 6 fundamental rights. Nammaloda urima enna therinju pochu. Then what is our duty? Ennuடைய கடமை என்ன? Number 1, to abide and respect the ideals and institution, national flag and national anthem we should respect. Number 2, to cherish and follow, பணிந்து we should follow the national struggle for freedom, follow our national struggle for freedom. To uphold and protect the sovereignty, unity and integrity of India. Sovereignty, absolute, unity, உற்றுமை, integrity, ஒருமைப்பாடு. To defend the country. If there is an emergency call, we should ready to sacrifice, to render service in the military. Next, to promote harmony, nal inakam. Okay, we should, this is important slogan of India. The Indian main slogan is, we are maintaining the harmonious structure or lifestyle with neighboring countries, nal inakam, whoever it may be. Next, to value and preserve the rich heritage of our composite culture. Next, to protect and improve the natural environment. It is one of the important duty. Without environment we can't live. So we have to give, we should focus, we should concentrate to protect the environment. To develop scientific temper. Why they are using often here scientific, sir? Then only we are not the people to analyze only the problems. At the same time, we should not be a people gave our birth as a problem maker. We are the solution creator. Okay. Scientific temper, humanism, and the spirit of inquiry and reform, and also reform, lot of changes, reform, marumalarchi. To safeguard public property, it is our prime duty. Okay, next, to strive excellence in all spheres of individual, not only one particular field. We should be concentrate in all spheres and collective activity. Directive principles. Someone want to show direction? No. Directive principles of state policy, an important part of constitution. This is one of the important part. An important part of the constitution. These are all the 1 mark question lines. At the same time, whatever the subtopic we are discussing, all this carrying 5 marks. Okay, in detailed answer we are going to write the same point. It seeks to achieve the ideal of a democratic welfare state. Naladittam, welfare state naladittam. As mentioned in the preamble. Preamble means preface. Article 38 lays down, the state shall strive to promote the welfare of the people. So it is a duty of the state government. So that is why they gave the word directive principles of, it is a policy, state policy. All the political party, they are giving some manifestos before election. தேர்தல் வாக்குறுதி, நாங்கள் ஆட்சிக்கு வந்தால் இதை பண்ணுவோம் அதை பண்ணுவோம் சொல்கிறோம், எஜுகேஷன் இம்ப்ரூவ் பண்ணுவோம், எம்ப்ளாய்மெண்ட் கொடுப்போம். All those things are, it is a prime duty of the state government. It is a duty of the government. So these principles serve as a guide to the Indian states. I told you before, welfare of the people. Okay. Provide opportunity, welfare of the people. How to uplift the society? By giving the opportunity to all men and women for adequate means of livelihood, and not the wealth in few hands. Not the wealth in particular few hands. One particular group alone, if you are giving opportunity, other people will become a silent spectators. They won't show their talent. So we have to give opportunity to all men and women. So now we are in the end of the lesson. So thank you all. Subscribe. The next videos you will be able to continue. Okay. Thank you all. Thank you. Have a great day.